Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Naesya Feani, and in this video, I will be present about corpus. So, first of all, what is corpus? It's generally assumed that corpus is a collection of spoken or written authentic text that is representative of a particular area of language use by virtue of its size and composition. So, it could be said that corpus was an exciting source data, a source data with our linguistic units already placed for a research. And here are kind of corpus. The first one is general corpus. A general corpus, also known as a reference corpus. Rippon and Simpson explain it is aims to represent language in its broader sense to serve a widely available resource for baseline comparative study of general linguistic features. A general corpus provides sample data from which we can make generalization about spoken and written discourse as a whole and frequency of occurrence and co-occurrence of particular aspect of language discourse. The second one is specialist corpus. A specialist corpus, as Huston explained, is a corpus test of a particular type such as newspaper, editorials, geography textbooks, academic article in a particular subject, lecture, casual conversation, essay written by students, etc. It aims to be representative of given type of text. It is used to investigate a particular of language. Specialist corpora are required when the research question relates to the use of spoken or written discourse in particular kind of text or particular situations. The third one is Michigan corpus of academic spoken English. In a contrast to a general corpus, then a specialization corpus is usually designed with a particular research project in mind. One study carried out using the Mickey's corpus was an investigation of the use of H such as short of or sorta and kind of or kinda is in spoken academic discourse. There were found to be more common in some disciplines such as the humanities than in others such as science. Finding for Mickey's project have been integrated to training course for international teaching assistant and for the teaching of oral presentation. The Mickey's data has also been used in the development English language test. Fourth, the British Academic Spoken English Corpus. Similar to spoken corpus to the Michigan corpus, the British Academic Spoken English, or BASE, corpus was developed at the University of Warwick and the University of Reading in the United Kingdom. One study based on the British corpus looked at the relation between lexical destiny and speak in academic lecture. This study drew on data from 30 undergraduate lecture and found there was a range of speed in spoken discourse of the people delivering academic lectures. Lecturers spoke more quickly or were more lexically dense if they did not expect students to take notes, or if they were not presenting the new content in their lecture. 5. The British Academic Written English Corpus. This corpus examines student written assignment at different levels of study and in range discipline with the goal of providing database for use by research and teachers to enable them to identify and describe academic writing requirements in the British university setting. The Baway corpus includes contextual information on the students' writing such as the gender and year of study of the students. The title of the course assignment was set for the grade that was awarded to the piece of work so as to be able to consider the relationship between these variables and the nature of the student's written academic discourse. And the last one is the twofold spoken and written academic language corpus. This corpus aims to provide a comprehensive linguistic description of spoken and written register in U.S. university. The corpus data was collected across 4 academic sites, each representing a different type of university: a teacher college, a mid-sized regional university, an urban research university, and rural research university. And now let's move to the next one. Each issue to consider in constructing a corpus. The things that must be considered in making corpus are variety or dialect of the language, the genre to be answered, whether the text should be spoken, written, or both, individual corpus and text size, number of texts to include in each category. And the next one is discourse characteristic of conversational English. Non-casual units in conversational discourse. A key observation made in Longman grammar is that conversational discourse makes wide use of non-casual units, that is, utterance which do not contain an explicit subject or verb. These units are independent or self-standing in that they have no grammatical connection with that immediately presents or follow them. Personal pronouns and ellipses in conversation. The meaning of this item and what has been left out of the conversation can usually be derived from the context in which the conversation is taking place. Situational ellipses in conversation. Somewhat speakers say in conversational discourse thus is despreciable and does not need to be fully spelled out. Speakers often use situational ellipses in conversation, leaving a word of low information value, where the meaning of the missing item or item can be derived from the immediate context, rather than from elsewhere in the text. Repetition conversation. Conversation also uses repetition so much more than written discourse. This might be done, for example, to give an emphasis to a point being a made conversation. One way speakers may do this being echoing each other. Lexical bundles in conversational discourse. Conversational discourse also make frequent use of lexical bundles. This is formulatic multi-word sequence such as it going to be, if you want to, and something like that. Research have shown that lexical bundles occur much more frequently in spoken discourse than they do in written discourse. Speakers may, for example, use them to give themselves time to think what they will say next. And the last one is performance phenomena of conversational discourse. Silent and filled pause in conversation. Utterance launchers and filled pause. Attention signals in conversation. Response elictor in conversation. Non-casual item as response forms. Extended coordination of clause. Okay, that's all my presentation about corpus. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.